Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another session of Office Hours. Hope everyone is okay. So, as you can see, today we have Q&A, so you can ask any questions, and I will try my best to answer them and help you out. You can even share your project if you want to. So, like whatever questions you have, you can ask. Also, if there's anything else you would like to see in office hours, if there's any topics you would like us to cover, let us know. The same with maybe like if you have any problems with some features or like you can't understand some of the features, please let us know. So this is the agenda. So ask questions and I will show you how they can be solved. Like if you have any problems, and I might give you some tips to make your work better and faster. And also, we might talk maybe not about what's coming next. I will give voice to Sam soon, and she will take over and she will say a few words about all the AI features. And I know that there are new stuff coming. I don't know if we will be able to cover them on this session because they are still in the making. But if not, then we will update you as soon as we have any news for you. So yeah, so welcome all and ask any questions you want, whether it is about the project or floor plans or renders, anything you want, you can ask. As some of you might notice, we have few new options, all um, all connected with like AI. So I don't know if you've been able to try them out. Maybe there's something that you don't understand how to use them, or you have any questions about them, or even maybe there's something you want to say about them. So yeah, please let us know. Let me open maybe one of the projects and we can just go inside and maybe there will be some questions popping in. That voice in the background is just my dog. He doesn't want to leave the room, so he's here lying on the sofa, so you might just hear him from time to time. Um, yes. So no questions, nothing. You're happy with everything, all your projects, or you have no problems with your projects, etc. Oh, I actually want to show you something. I'm sure that most of you will be aware of how to do it, but let me just show you something. So if you have a floor plan, let's say that I will draw a floor plan here with like a few rooms. We don't have to be very precise. Yes. So, you know how to change the height of your walls. Obviously, I will just go through that one more time. So the height, this as well as the thickness of your walls is set as a default. If you want to change it, then you're free to do so. If there's any specific thickness of the walls that you need, then you can, before you start drawing, you can go to File, you can go to Settings, and this is your wall thickness. You can simply click here and change it to whichever thickness you need. When you have your project drawn, and for example, you need your partition walls to be thicker, thinner, etc., you can either click on them and you will see these two triangles. So you can actually click on any of them and you can edit the thickness of your walls. If you want to, for example, let's say that this wall, you need it to be thicker for some reason, then if you have all your measurements right, then try to expand it on the outside, not on the inside, then your inside measurements won't change. When it comes to height, we click on the wall, we go to edit in the top center of the screen, and these are our height properties. You can go with partial walls, so that means that you're working with selected wall only, but that selected wall can only be lower than the rest of your walls. So like you cannot do, let's say, one or two walls higher, and you have to bring all of your walls to the highest point and then bring the two that you need like and then for example leave the two at the highest point and then bring the rest of them lower. But there's another way how you can change the height of your rooms, especially when you have a different height. And I think I did even a video about it some time ago. So then when you have a full wall selected and you will make a change, then the changes will apply to all the rooms, all the walls that you have on your floor plan. But there's another way. If, for example, let's say that we have, this is one room, so we have like a doorway in between the rooms, but this side is a regular height, but this side is a double height. Then what you can do, you don't have to go wall by wall. You can actually click on the room itself, go to edit, and here you have a room title. So you can change your room titles, you can give them names, and then you have height properties of the room. And we have same as floor plan height chosen. So you can actually unclick that. And this room, you can make it either higher or lower than the rest. So the full room, for example, I will put 5 meters here. And now if we will switch to 3D, you will see that this room, the full room, is higher and the ceiling is applied to it as well. So we have ceiling at this point and we also have ceilings on our lower walls, lower rooms as well. If you will go with the first way that you will bring all the walls to the highest point and then you will lower the rest down, then sometimes what might happen that the ceiling might stay on the highest point and you might not have a ceiling on the lower um on your lower rooms, and then like you have to recreate it with either shapes or create new product tool. But if you will do it like I did it now, room by room, then you will have ceilings to each room that you change the height of. Natalia, can you show how to use enhance feature or on what setting can we get real looking renders? Yes, sure. So let me go to the renders and I have some views saved here. So you can go through some views here. Okay, maybe start with this one. So for your realistic renders, the most important is the angle that you go in with and your lighting settings. So for example, here we have, it's like you're walking into the room and like, you know, and you see it, usually we take in like an eye level, and then we will go to lighting settings. So with the lighting settings, you can choose between day, evening, and night. So that will depend on what atmosphere you want to achieve on your render. If you want to go for a nice bright render and during the day, then stick with natural daylight. Warm summers will give you warmer hues. If you have, for example, you're doing like winter cabin, or like something that you have like winter environment behind, and you can do with cozy winters. The light will be a bit different, and fresh one is nice as well. I tend to stick with natural daylight, and then we'll go to product lighting. So with the product lighting, you can actually add the lights. So as you can see, I have them added here. You can simply click on the lights. They will be shown here. So you'll have as many lights as you will add, and they will all show here. And from here, you can steer whether you want them on or off. Now, for if you're creating a render in a daylight and you have loads of natural light, you don't need to have them on, so you can have your lights off if you want to showcase them. So if you want them to be more visible, then you can switch them on even during the daylight. It's totally up to you. You can try, you can do a preview with the lights on, you can do a preview with the lights off and see which one works better for you. Then we have the overall product lighting. Overall product lighting, that's the intensity of our internal light. So if again you have loads of natural light, then you can actually leave it on low and take a render, do the preview and see if you're happy with it. If you think that it's too dark, then you can try with medium and then you can try with high. If you have loads of darker colors or darker textures, then you can start with medium and see how that works. If you have loads of lighter colors, and again, as I mentioned, natural light, you can stick with low. If you feel that it's still too bright, you can even check with none, and sometimes that is okay as well. The exterior lighting, that's for your exterior. So when you will be doing renders from the outside, then you can play with your exterior lighting. And then we have the sun. Sometimes the sun can be a bit overwhelming, especially when you have very bright spaces. And even though it adds a bit of more realistic touch, then sometimes it is better just to leave it in the middle and not use it at all if you feel that it's that your renders just come up way too bright. Yes, so like for me, it's the angle and then the lighting. And now when we will take a render, I have them ready in the gallery. So as you can see, this one, like I have this one was a bit too bright, so I took this one here, and let me download it. I will try to share it with you. Also, when it comes to yeah, you should be able to see it now. So also when you're applying textures, sometimes you might notice that the textures are blurry in 3D. Don't worry about it because it will be all cleared up when you will do the render. So yeah, so like even though they look a bit blurry in 3D, they won't look blurry on the render. This is a 12K. And now we can do the enhance feature, and you can see how that can be changed by using the enhance feature. So when you go on the render, we have either option to restyle it, so you can see it in totally different style, or we have a function to enhance it. So if I click on AI enhance, it will enhance it straight away. So like you don't have to do anything, you don't have to read a prompt or anything like that. Yeah, and it will restyle it. So we'll wait until it will be generated. Monica, how to freeze items in a room so they don't move around accidentally when you are panning around the room? Yes, we don't have a lock option anymore. So you just have to be careful not to select them because they should not move around by themselves. Sometimes when you move around, you might by accident select something and then it will move. So bear that in mind. So whatever you're trying to move, get your cursor either on the wall, or if you're in 2D or 3D, yeah, we can see that in a second. you can just click, let's say, on your walls or the ceilings. But yeah, but try not to have anything selected, and then it shouldn't move. Modashir, hey, can you show us the AI restyling feature in action? Yes, sure. Natalia, that looks amazing. That's great. So yeah, I will show you the enhanced image, and we will go to the restyle. Just let me quickly go through that question, Mogos. Hey, I've noticed a recurring issue when using my library AI upload image feature. Whenever I upload an image of my product, the AI generates a 3D version, but very often it adds a black floor background that wasn't in my upload. Also, when I try to upload a simple image containing only wallpaper or a solid color, the AI doesn't recreate the actual background I uploaded. Instead, it generates a black space. The problem is that the system still deducts credits even when the result is incorrect. Yes, so yes, it will unfortunately take the credits. AI um,
Hi, Mag.
AI generating 3D models from image to 3D models, it's not for textures. So like you're wasting your credits, it's not for textures, it's only for 3D models. So if you have a sofa or armchair or a faucet, things like that, but it's not for textures. Textures, you go in 3D, you go to texture and you upload an image for a texture. The AI upload image feature is for generating 3D models out of images. If you still have problems, then try to connect Fire outside of the session, or I will, yeah, Samita actually um, get back to you. So yes, so yeah, reach out either to the chat or through the website, and they will be back to you and hopefully help you out. But remember that AI feature for the upload image is not for textures. The textures, we upload them in the texture catalog. So can we use any image to turn into a 3D model? The answer is no. You can use a single object for now. I don't know if that's something that will be possible in the future. I have no idea.
Let me just,
Maybe someone from the team can answer. But
yeah.
for now, we can generate 3D model for single items. You can do that multiple times, but that's for single items.
Yeah, Magda, Sam can take that question.
Yeah, Ryan. So when we talk about any image, are you talking about if you're talking about an entire project, like entire house? No, we do not convert the entire thing into a 3D model. We are just talking about an image of a furniture piece that you may like either a sofa or a table, for example, and you want to bring that into your design. You can upload that image, and we also give you examples of what kind of images to upload. Since it's AI, we require to feed it correct information so that we get a good output. So you can have a look at the examples. So if you upload one image, we can spit out the 3D model of that piece of furniture. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, I'm sure it does. So like as you can see, like here I have a sofa, I have a coffee table. So these are the items that I've uploaded. So that was a singular item, an image of that item. The software will remove the background and then it will generate 3D. But as I've mentioned, for textures, we use the texture catalog and uploads in the texture catalog. Okay, Julie, that's answered for you. Simi, can you show how to create a ceiling design with recess that has lights in the recess and also with downlights? Yes, sure. So let me go back to the render that we did, and we would do restyle, and then we can go to the ceilings. So let me go to the renders, and here we have the AI renders, and that's the render that was enhanced. So as you can see, you just have to bear in mind that AI is not perfect. And sometimes there it might, some of the items might look similar, but some of the items might look totally different. Like in here, like I'm quite happy with nearly everything. Like this, what you can see on the shelves, it was more in a distance, so it might not have been read properly. But like, just to like have a look at it, it's really nice, and like you can see that it just look way more realistic than the 12K render. Now, when it goes, we can go to the restyle option, and let's go with the same image. So now we click on AI restyle. First, we will choose a style. So let's say that we will go with farmhouse. We can go with farmhouse. It should be way different. And now we can, that's optional, but you can put a prompt. If you will put a prompt, then you have a bigger chance that the image will be as you want it. So for example, you can say, add dark wood and
So you can use any of the sample prompts as well if you're just
yes, and we have some sample prompts as well. But if you want to have it done like your way, you can of course put your own prompt if you want. So let's say add a dark wood and leave the rest similar. Let's see. And now we click on generate.
What time are you going? Okay. No. You were said he's at.
Okay, so it should be done in a second. Yes, guys, if you can read what Samita just text, that we have updated the algorithm to keep the enhanced images as similar to the original image as possible. And please do try it and give us a feedback, because I remember that on the last session, there were problems with it, like, because you said that sometimes it will change your the image completely. So yes, I've used it a few times since then, and it actually didn't change like a lot. So I was happy with it. So now let's see the same room in farmhouse style. I think it looks great. And it added a dark wood as I wanted, and it left the rest as I wanted as well. So like the layout is the same, and yeah, it just changed the style of it. Let me know what you think about it. Mogos, which membership plan includes the demo you're showing right now?
So if you're talking about the AI features, we have all of the AI features available on all plans. The AI Enhance and AI Restyle is free for everybody to use. It does not cut any sort of credits. But the image to 3D model, where you upload a photo image to generate a 3D model, we've given some credits for everybody free to use. And in case you run out of that credit, you can always purchase more credits as well. And that feature also is available on all plans. Uh, Not just AI. Is there a feature you're talking about in particular? If it's 12K rendering, that's available on premium plans. If you have any other feature that you're talking about, you can let us know and we'll tell you what plan that's available on.
Natalia, it looks great. I have tried the AI restyle a few times. It gives me good results. Well, that's great. That's great. We're happy with it. Simi, it's lovely. Yeah, I think it actually turned out really nice. So like, you know, that will save you time. So like, for example, you will do a one space and then you would like to show it to your clients in a different style. Then you can use the AI restyle tool instead of recreating the space again. So I think that's actually amazing. How many credits are, oh, that's one AI credit per generation. Samita answered that. So for all of you, how many credits are consumed per generation for the 2D to 3D feature? So it's one AI credit per generation. So just for your knowledge. Okay, now we will go back to, was the question about the ceiling? Just let me get back. Simi. So yeah, just Simi, let me know if it's like a ceiling design. Can I like use one of the ceiling designs, for example, from the catalog that we have, or where you were thinking about something that you can create yourself, or maybe you want me to show you both options. I might actually do both. So first, we can actually go to 2D and we can switch to ceiling plan mode, and we can use one of the ceiling designs that we have in our catalog. So you will go to catalog, building elements, and here we have ceiling designs. You can, of course, type in what you're looking for, but let's say that we'll go here and we can go through to the geometric ones. Let's say that I will use this one and we will try to put recessed lights on the outside. So they will be actually on the lower part of the ceiling. So now when you have your ceiling plan mode on, then you can drop your ceiling design and now simply resize it. So when you have your ceiling plan mode on, that's when you're working with everything that is docked to the ceiling. So your ceiling lights, ceiling designs, etc. Everything like that. So now we can switch to 3D mode. As you can see, we have it here. So this is our ceiling design. And now we can try to put recessed lights on the frame here. So we'll go to catalog, type in recessed light, choose a light that you want to use, and now simply drop it onto the frame. As you can see, it will go nicely on the frame straight away, so you don't have to do anything. You don't have to change it. You don't have to get it lower. It will snap onto your ceiling design. Any other lights, you can, for example, put them here in the middle, like you're down like a ceiling light or chandelier, etc. You can put it here. And when it comes to creating ceiling designs yourself, then we use the Create New Product tool for that. We have to be in 3D. So let me delete that. And I will double click on the ceiling. So you will actually see it from the top down. So instead of your floor, you will see your ceiling. Now, sometimes you might not see your Create New Product tool, but that's when you have something selected. So if I, for example, by accident click on the wall, then I have the edit in the top center of the screen instead of Create New Product. So you can either click on Escape or just click on the black part of the on your left-hand side. So now we go to Create New Product tool, create yourself, and you're starting with pretty much rectangle. If you want to do circular one, then you will start with the circle. Now you will trace over either entire ceiling or only the part of the ceiling that you want to have your ceiling design on. Now push and pull, we can give it some depth. And now we can create offsets and we can create different heights. So offset, the regular offset, and we can offset it, let's say something like that, and then we can do another one in the middle. Now we will again take the push and pull, and we will push some parts in and pull some parts out. Now just click on done. You can apply any textures you want. You can do a different color on any element that we just created. And now we can again apply recessed lights. So catalog, choose any of the lights and simply drop them. You can resize one and then use the clone tool to apply more lights of the same size. So instead of resizing each of them, you can simply go to edit, resize one, and then use our clone tool and simply clone them and apply more lights. I hope that answered your question. So yeah, do we have any more questions? Oh, there's something here. Can you create a beam in the ceiling between the two rooms? Yes, but you have to have that open then, because like if you have walls in between your rooms, then you won't be able to create a beam. But we can take the wall down and then we can create a beam in the ceiling between the two rooms. If you're talking like literally in between the rooms. Can you drop the ceiling lights in plan mode? The ceiling lights, you can drop them in 2D or 3D. In 2D, you have to go to ceiling plan mode. Cornicing of the room, yeah, we'll go through that now. So when it comes to putting the beam in between the rooms, then let me delete that. And what you can do, if we'll go to 2D, let's say that we want to put a beam in between these two rooms here. Then we can either create an opening and put the beam there. Yeah, we'll go through that in a second. So yeah, so for the beam, we can either take this wall down. So we will simply click on the wall. We will go to edit, partial wall, and we will bring this wall down. And then we can go to 3D. And then you can apply your beam over here, or you can leave the wall. So if we will leave the wall as it was, we can create a doorway in between these two rooms. So let's go here, catalog, doorway. And we have a doorway with invisible frame. So this one is with invisible frame. We can simply resize it. And that will be the better option because you have your ceiling and all. So like you don't have to worry that you won't have any, that you won't have a ceiling. And now we will go for the beam. And we will simply apply the beam in between the rooms. here and just simply resize it. And you can have a beam in between the rooms. You can create multiple beams as well on your ceiling. So there you go. Now the next question was, cornicing, so the moldings. So for the moldings, we go to catalog. You can either type in moldings, or we have them here under the building elements, molding and millwork. So we'll go with molding and trims, and you will simply drop them. So you will choose the one that you want to use. I sometimes take even the frame, the window frame moldings. They're nice as well. And you will drop it. We can do it this way, or we can do it the other way. And now simply resize it. When it comes to the corners, I usually go with, I'll show you. I will resize them so they actually go a bit inside of the wall. And then when I will put one on this wall here, I do the same, and they will just meet in the corner. So then when you will do the render, they will actually look nice, and you won't see any weird joinings. So that's how I do it. I will just go like put one like inside of the another. When it comes to aligning them, you can go to edit, and you can make sure that both of them are on the same height, so then they will be aligned. Now, how to add cove light or strip light inside wardrobe? Yes, so the best light to add in a wardrobe, just let me maybe we say like a walk-in wardrobe, so it's actually open. So the best lights to use are the LED strip lights. These are the ones that I will be using the most often, and even when you do the render, they give the best light. So you basically simply drag and drop them, move them, resize them, and that's all what you have to do. Now you can resize them through the whole length of your wall, or if you have like partitions, then like you can put each light into a different partition. You can resize it. You can use the clone tool to paste it anywhere else. But these lights, these are the lights that I would recommend to use. You can use also the recessed lights and just simply paste them on the under the top shelf, for example, but they give a different light. So when it comes to light distributions, then the strip lights they work way better. Okay, so Sam, is there anything else you would like to add about the AI?
No, Magda, that's about it. Since it is AI, we are constantly upgrading our algorithm to make it as perfect as possible. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, you can feel free to reach out to me. I'm just dropping my email ID over here, and or chat support is always there as well.
Perfect. And do you guys have any subjects you want us to cover on any of the office hours? If yes, you can drop them in the chat, and we always like do a list of them, and then we go through them, and we'll try to oh yeah, Julie, yeah, you mentioned that before. Yeah, a home bar. Yeah, that would be actually, yes, a good idea. Anything else you would like us to cover? Or if anyone has any new questions, then let me know. Ryan, I saw that you have an affiliate program. Can I be a part of it? How do I register? Sam, can you please answer that?
Yeah, so I will have Tanya from our team reach out to you with the details, and we'll send you the link to register.
Simi, how do you create a sloped ceiling? So for the sloped ceilings, we have, what is the affiliate program? What the affiliate program is, where you can recommend the software to other users, and then you can be paid for it. So yes, so we will ask Tanya to reach out to you as well with more details, if that's something.
Yeah, hi everyone. So, our affiliate program is where you all can register yourself, and you can start recommending Foyr Neo to your community, and you can also earn commissions on it. So I have dropped a link in the chat. You can go through it. All the details are available on that page, and if you find it interesting, you can log in through that page and be a part of it. And if you have any questions related to the program, I'll drop in my email in the chat. You can reach out to me directly.
Perfect. So I will show you how to create the sloped ceiling. So we have two ways of doing it. We can either use our shapes. That's very easy to do. Well, the other one is easy as well. So for the shapes, we'll go to catalog, and you can type in ceiling duct triangle. And here we will use this triangle here. So it will attach itself to the ceiling. We just have to rotate it so it's flat surface. It's actually touching one of the walls. And now you will simply resize it to whichever point and size you want. So if you wanted to go all the way from one wall to the other, or to finish at any point, then you can just simply resize it. The same when it comes to height, and then the width, you can go all the way or only up to a point where you actually need your sloped ceiling. So that's the first way how you can do it. Simply use the resize, and then you can apply any texture that you want on it. And if you're looking for like an A shape, then you can do with this shape up to the half of your wall, and then simply clone it and put it on the other half. If you need any different kind of ceiling, or like you don't want to use the shapes, then you can do it with create new product tool, create yourself, and you will start with the rectangle again. Now you will give it some depth first. And now we can draw the shape of your sloped ceiling. So let's say that we will have something like that, and then let's say that it goes like that, for example. Now you will remove this part here. So like with this tool, you have like a more freedom. So like if you really do need very like a custom looking slope ceiling, then you can use this tool. And now you can either use the push and pull and resize it, or you can resize it after when you click on done, and you will be in 3D mode. Now you can still resize it from here. So like we can go, let's say, all the way, for example, and you can apply different textures on your sloped ceiling as well.
Magda, can you throw in some skylights in that slope ceiling?
Yes, yeah, we can actually go to the catalog and type in skylight, and that's actually another difference between using shapes and create new product. I will try in the shape, but usually the shape we can use the punch tool. So like your window won't punch through the shape. So like so you will have to create that with create new product tool. Some of them they should automatically snap within the shape that we created. And they should, because I've used ones before, and I've used the punch tool, and I didn't have to create my own skylight. I'm just trying to see. Which one we can use. Maybe we'll just drop it on. Let me drop it on the ceiling first, and then we can move it. Okay, it doesn't want to go. Not this one. Now free movement. And we will move it on the slope. And now you can use the rotate tool. And we should be able to use the punch tool. As you can see, it is available in the top center of the screen. And now punch, and it will punch through. The only thing that you have to do now, you have to use the invisible material on the top of this shape and the top of your existing ceiling, so you can actually see through. So we go to texture catalog, invisible material, and now we will drop that invisible material on the shape itself, and then we will drop it also on the ceiling. Sometimes when you can see the part of the wall, then you will have to apply invisible material on the wall as well. But you can use the ready to go windows and do it like that. The next way how you can do it, like if you wanted to have that dropped, like like pushed inside, then you can actually create a window within that shape. So we will go to modify. And now you will simply create a window. Like you can use the ruler tool and measure everything out. And now just I will just draw it quickly. Just making sure that it's actually on the surface. Like you're not able to use the rectangle because that is a slope. So that's why I usually use the ruler, and then I will simply trace over the ruler. And now we can use the push and pull, and we can push it in. And now at the end, we can create the offset and create a frame for our window. So now that will look something like this. I will move it here where it was supposed to be. And now we will apply a glass texture. Here. And on any part that you can see from the inside. And then when you will go to take a render, you will be able to see through that window. So if you want this kind of effect, then you have to create it within the shape that you created. And there's a video about it on YouTube. So if you will go to YouTube, Foyr Neo, then there's video in detail how to do it step by step. Tanisha, couldn't you have dropped the first skylight and resize it? Well, the first one, it was with the wall. So if you will resize it, you will still have the part of the wall with it. That's why I chosen this one. Julie, I hope that it answered your question to use the invisible material, and then the sun will come through it. Yes, the create one is easier. Yes, Simi. And then you can go for the effect that you actually want. Just remember that you can't use the rectangle tool. You just have to use the ruler and then trace over with the pen tool. Okay, guys, perfect. Any more questions or suggestions for another sessions? We're really happy to have you here, and really happy that that you participate every week and are eager to learn more and know more. So yeah, that's nice. Can you quickly show the beam adding? Yeah, I actually already did, but yeah, I will show that again. So like we have a doorway created here in between the rooms, and I simply went to catalog, type in beam, and you just simply drop the beam on the ceiling. So you can use this beam, or like we have like a plaster beam where you can actually apply your own texture on it. So now we will drop it on the ceiling. We can rotate it. If you don't see the rotate tool the way that you want to rotate it, then simply click on free movement, and then you can rotate it the way you want to rotate it to. So you have like a three-way. Okay. So now we will drop it here and simply resize it. And you can apply any other texture, and your beam is done. And you can add multiple beams. If you have the beams that go on the ceiling, you can also do that in 2D, either in the ceiling plan mode if the beam is designed to be attached to a ceiling itself. You're very welcome. Perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here today. Thanks for all the questions. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Sam, as well. Thanks for all the help.
All
And
right.
we'll
Bye.
see each other next week. So have a lovely day and a lovely weekend ahead. Thank you. Yeah, it was actually a nice session. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.